Do you want more success, more growth, more results? Then it's time for the Boundless Success Accelerator from the Modern Observer Group. This isn't your average coaching program. It's where top performers come to dominate. Weekly group sessions, on-demand coaching, a community that's got your back, and a power-packed library of tools to supercharge your business and career. No more excuses, no more waiting. Get in, level up, and start building the life you've been dreaming about. Visit us at modernobserver.com/boundlesssuccess to join today. Let's get you to the next level. We're here because the news is being distorted. We're here because people are being inundated with misinformation on social media. We're here because people are being judged guilty until proven innocent. We are fighting back with facts. This is not a safe zone, so buckle up, Buttercup. This is the raw, naked truth. Chaos at Newark Airport. Federal funding blocked for gain-of-function research. The best states to save money, and more. Welcome to the Raw Naked Truth. I'm your host, Eric Lopkin, and here's the news you need to know. Air traffic controllers lost touch with all planes at Newark for 90 seconds. Bloomberg quoted anonymous sources as saying that the air traffic controllers who guide planes into Newark Liberty International Airport lost all radar and radio communication for about a minute and a half on April 28th, which resulted in staff reduction and contributed to the week of delays the airport subsequently weathered. One of the sources said there is no backup for when those systems fail, and controllers can only wait for them to come back online. The National Air Traffic Controllers Association, the union representing the ATCs, confirmed the incident happened and that members did not simply walk off the job, as United CEO Scott Kirby characterized in a statement last week. CNN reported that at least 5 FAA employees took 45 days of trauma leave following the incident. Israeli forces on Monday struck a Yemeni port city, targeting the Iran-backed Houthis in response to repeated attacks against the Jewish state, in particular its missile strike that nearly hit Tel Aviv's largest airport. The Israel Defense Forces said fighter jets targeted the port city, as well as targeting a concrete factory. The terrorist infrastructure sites struck in the port serve as a central supply source for the Houthi terrorist regime, an IDF statement said. The port is used for the transfer of Iranian weapons, military equipment, and other equipment intended for terrorist purposes. Meanwhile, Israel's Security Cabinet has approved a military plan to capture and hold territory in Gaza as part of a wider push to dismantle Hamas and retrieve hostages, according to an Israeli official. Monday, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said the operation aims to move Gaza's population south for its protection, suggesting long-term occupation. The plan, backed unanimously by Israel's ministers, includes ramping up strikes, blocking Hamas from controlling aid, and expanding buffer zones. Donald Trump has ordered maximum security prison Alcatraz to be reopened. The president announced on Sunday night that he will direct the U.S. Bureau of Prisons to reopen a substantially enlarged and rebuilt prison on the small island off San Francisco in order to deter vicious criminals. For too long, America has been plagued by vicious, violent, and repeat criminal offenders, the dregs of society, who will never contribute anything other than misery and suffering, Trump wrote on Truth Social. President Trump also signed an executive order on Monday banning all federal funding for dangerous gain-of-function research in China, Iran, and other countries, and blocking all federal funding for foreign research that could cause another pandemic. The president signed the order Monday afternoon to improve the safety and security of biological research in the U.S. and around the world. The White House said the order will drastically reduce the potential for lab-related incidents involving gain-of-function research like that conducted on bat coronaviruses in China by the EcoHealth Alliance and Wuhan Institute of Virology. Gain-of-function research typically involves modifying a virus to make it more infectious among humans. Gain-of-function research took place at the Wuhan lab before the COVID-19 pandemic began. The federal government on Monday resumed collecting defaulted student loan payments from millions of people for the first time since the start of the pandemic, officials said. The Trump administration said it would collect the debt through a Treasury Department program that withholds payments through tax refunds, wages, and government benefits. The U.S. Education Department has not collected on defaulted loans since March 2020. Of the nearly 43 million people who owe money, only a little more than a third have made regular payments, the agency said. In the last 5 years, student debt has grown to $1.6 trillion. Education Secretary Linda McMahon said taxpayers would now be saved from shouldering that cost. Bankrate revealed its annual list of the easiest and hardest states in which to save money. Tennessee, Missouri, Texas, and Oklahoma rank among the easiest U.S. states for saving money, driven by low costs of living and favorable tax structures, according to a new analysis. Hawaii, California, Connecticut, and Vermont rank among the hardest due to high living costs and declining employment growth. Southern states generally offer better savings conditions than coastal states, but they also face challenges such as lower incomes and higher debt. The analysis weighed factors like interest rates, taxes, and local economic conditions. OpenAI's nonprofit will remain in control of the company. In a blog post on Monday, CEO Sam Altman announced that the nonprofit organization that has been in control of the ChatGPT maker since 2019 will remain so, while OpenAI's for-profit LLC will be converted to a public benefit corporation. Altman's U-turn on his plan to make the company a more traditional for-profit represents a win for those who openly opposed the proposal and called for the tech organization to remain true to its founding principles, most notably Elon Musk, an OpenAI co-founder who now runs the competing company xAI. When asked about the feud with Musk on a call with journalists, Altman responded, "We are obsessed with our mission and what it takes to fulfill that. You all are obsessed with Elon. That's your job. Like, more power to you." OpenAI was valued at $300 billion in a recent funding round led by SoftBank. That's the Raw Naked Truth. You can catch every episode of the Raw Naked Truth Daily News Brief, as well as our sister podcast, Carnivore Radio, with news analysis and commentary, and the rest of the Xvadio Podcast Network at xvadio.com, the Apple Podcasts app, YouTube, Rumble, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Audible, Amazon Music, and other platforms that respect freedom of speech. We'll see you next time.